Google estimates that the average person makes about 35,000 decisions every day. They also say that a stay-at-home mom probably adds hundreds. I feel like that number is a little low. Add into that if you have pets, if you have any sort of side job, stop nibbling on me, or if you have any health conditions in your family that you need to account for. Those numbers are increasingly higher. Stop biting me, including if you should move when your little mini horse, it's not mine, just one that I help take care of, is nibbling on you. Part of the goal of my channel is to help you make the most of your time. As somebody with very, very little free time, I think that we get a lot done. We're always making memories. We're always making core memories. We're doing the things that ignite passion in us and the mundane. So I thought today we would talk about how to make better choices. And making a few really good choices can make the other 35 to, let's say, 100,000 choices you have to make in a day a lot easier. It can be extra hard for us when our decisions are compounded by the decisions that the other people around us make. Linda Toupin is a Mary Kay National Sales Director Emeritus. She is one of my favorite people. I love her. She's so intelligent, and she always says, you are where you are by the choices you make or by the choices you allow others to make for you. Right, Twy? Yeah, you're pretty. Some choices become more like habits, and we don't even really think about them when we're doing them. Like, for instance, Carl here is a sweetheart, and he's not going to run me over, and I know it, but I'm still not going to stand in front of his door when I let him out. Right, Carl? Okay, Carl, it is time. Come on out, enjoy your day, sir. This is the part where you come out. Good boy. Quinn has been making the choice every day that instead of going to his field, he wants to walk around and sniff any poop that is frozen to the ground. Sometimes we make choices that are just as ridiculous. Hi. Can you go to your field, please? Oh, there he is. Thank you. Now, when it comes to making any decisions, there are a few things you're going to think about. The pros and cons. Is this worth it? What are you saying no to? If you say yes to this, then you have to say no to something else. And the third one, are you being reactive? So these are the things that I try to think about when I'm making decisions on if I'm going to do something or if I'm going to say yes to something. For instance, in about 6 minutes, I am leaving the house. I have been here for a whopping hour and a half to go and set up for a minis event that I agreed to help with for our 4-H program. And a big chunk of me is like, dang, why did I make plans then? Because it's been a long week and I've put in a lot of hours of work this week. But I wasn't reactive when I said yes. I had thought it through. This is a program that is near and dear to my heart that I do want to help with. I know that saying yes to helping with this program means saying no to sitting on the couch. Do I need to sit on the couch? Not right now, no. And it's not going to hurt me to go and set up and have some fun with some other 4-H mamas. You have to sit and kind of think about these things before you answer, and then think about how future you is going to feel when you've already committed to this. This is really solid too when it comes to spending money. So let's dive into those three just a little bit more. They're pretty self-explanatory, but the pros and cons. This is a good time for you to blend two of the things together and try to be objective. You don't want to go into decision making reactive, because then you're just based off of emotion, and like, your emotions are not always the best way to respond to things. So if you decide to make this purchase or to spend that money, or to say yes to this job, or to say no to this job. Make a list of the pros and cons if it's a big deal. If it's something like, hey, can you help me this Sunday? You can pretty easily think those things through. What does your weekend look like? Are you gonna want to do something else? Or do you need that time to rest and relax with your cat? Stella will always say yes. Rest and relax with your cat, right? So we're not going to be reactive. We're going to really think things through. For instance, last weekend we had a wrestling show, and there was an opportunity for Caroline to do a workshop the day after the wrestling show. And I wanted to say yes, but I stopped because I know how tired we are the day after a wrestling show, and I knew that if I said yes, I would be kicking myself later. So I said, is there another date that this will be offered? And there was. So now we're going tomorrow, which is fine because we'll already be up and out of the house, and it just fits a lot better for our lifestyle. So we said no so that we could say yes to staying home and getting the rest that we needed. When your time is extremely limited, like mine is, you start thinking about this a lot, and you will burn out if you are burning your candle at both ends. So it's so important that you really do make good decisions. So earlier I told you guys that if you make good decisions now, they can affect what you do next and what choices you have available to you next. And I think we kind of talked about that a little bit with like the example of saying no so that we can say yes to rest. But let's talk about the times that we say, clean the house instead of sitting on the couch. What about the times that you pick up that book and you read instead of doom scrolling? Those things, those choices that you make are enabling you to say yes to a better life a little bit later on. When you choose to take the bun off of your cheeseburger and just eat the protein and not all of those white carbs, you're giving yourself the opportunity to lose a couple pounds, to feel a little bit better, to maybe fit into the jeans that you want to fit into, or wear that super cute summer dress. And it's hard to make those choices all the time, and I am by no means saying that you should deprive yourself. We live very full lives, but there are choices you can make, like Rebel ice cream over ice cream flavored desserts. When you make those choices to look into it, to educate yourself, to buy the health items or the whole foods, you're making the choice for better health. When you have better health, you're not as likely to get sick. For most people. I mean, when you feel better, like everything is better, right? So it's all in those 35,000 choices that we make every single day. And sometimes we choose to lay in bed on our phone instead of cleaning up our room like we were told. And that choice leads to us being grounded. So remember Linda's words. You are where you are by the choices you make or the choices you allow others to make for you. Make wise choices, make great memories, spend time wisely. I'll see you later.